Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to cover some maintenance and care instructions for this thing, or lack thereof, I should say. I'm sure there's some stuff people want to do to it. That's fine. Everybody takes care of their stuff differently, but things that I have found that you just absolutely need to do to it, I haven't found anything. So wear, like there's been a little wear on the finish on this thing at all. You can see some of the lines in the material from some of the knots and stuff in hardwood, but other than that, I've done nothing to it. I got this front piece of hardware got loose from batoning it through some maple, so this was the stuff that I was busting with it. So that's I could see that happening. I just put Loctite on it and put it back together. I don't put any oil on it. If there is some sort of Majotis, whatever, I'll wipe it on my pants or on the front of my shirt or something and put it back in the sheath, and that's all I do to it. I don't really have to do a whole lot to it. That CR9 steel is really new to me, but it's pretty wear resistant, and hadn't had any weird spots or specks or anything, and I've got it wet, and like I said, I dry it off my shirt or whatever, but I can't tell any kind of discoloration. It's just, I don't know, I hadn't been able to really booger it up any. Of course, I just haven't I'm not just going to try to break it, but as of day-to-day stuff, there's going to be very little stuff that you have to do to it. Keeping it sharp, and I went over this on Instagram. So the curvature of the blade there, it's hard to strop it on, say, a normal strop, just because of the edge. But the tools that I would suggest having, if you're worried about having to maintain this thing, is the first one is going to be just the strop, because all I have done this entire month, today's the 15th, 16th, is the strop. That's all I've done. And I mean, if that's all you have to do is just maintain that edge, like that's what's up. Like, that's all you need to do. I wouldn't go crazy doing anything to it unless I had damaged it somehow. Maybe if there was a bullet, a Full Metal Jacket or something in a piece of this wood, or a piece of barbed wire or something strange that you hit and you damage a spot on it, you may need to clean it up with a diamond rod. So the items that you should have if you want to be prepared to do this stuff, and I'm not saying that you need this one or this one or this one, you just need some sort of a diamond rod, a ceramic rod, or some sort of strop with a radius on it. I was doing some wooden ones that I had put compound on, and I had put too much compound on it the first time, and it wouldn't work right, so I wiped a lot of compound off of it, and I stuck it somewhere for it to dry, and I can't freaking remember where I put it to save my life. So I'll find it eventually, and we'll get back on the compound in the wooden dowel. But for right now, I've just been using the leather covered ones, and it should be all that you need to maintain the edge on these knives, or any kind of curved knife like that. And then minor stuff, ceramic rod, and then a little more aggressive, you know, the diamond rod. And you just have them. If this thing starts getting dull, I'm not saying use these guys. If you can't get it with the strop, go to the ceramic. And then if the ceramic will get it to where the strop will finish it, you know, you'll have to be the judge of what all you use to get your edge straight. But this has been enough this month to keep it where I like it. Talking about this strop. So I made these guys just out of 3/8 dowels. You can get these at Home Depot or Hobby Lobby or wherever. And what I done is I just took the dowel and just some random really thin suede type leather. You can get that at Hobby Lobby too. You can get remnant packages that are just got bits and pieces in it, and that'll is under 10 bucks. But when I made this, what I done was I took a piece of, this is CPVC, and it just fit best for making these guys. But I took my bandsaw, or you could use a cutting wheel, whatever, and I split this right down the center, the length that I'm gonna do my strop. And then I would take half of it. I'm gonna take this half, you know, it's use your imagination now, but I would take the bottom piece and I would lay my leather over the top of it, and then I would just press this down into it. And then what it done is it held the leather smooth around the dowel. And once I lined it up and got it looking right, I'd pull my rod back out, which would just come straight out of a half a piece, and then I put clear Gorilla Glue in it and stuck it back down in there and just put 2 clamps on it, or you could put 2 zip ties on it and just let it sit and let it dry. And then this is what comes out. And the leather around the outside will be a little wonky sometimes, but I just cut that off with the knife, and it leaves you a little round strop. Then you can reuse the PVC as many times as you want. And it's just, if it's not nothing super fancy, but it works really well. And you can use whatever compound you like. All I had for these guys, I couldn't find my green stuff, so I have some yellow compound. And that's it. Not nothing super fancy, but it works well. And then you'll find that this will work on a lot of stuff with different style blades on it. I wanted something for my tracker. I have some smaller trackers that I wanted to go from the quarter round, so the part where it comes back, I wanted to go from there to like the plunge line on the knife. And I needed something round to do that, because I could get the front part of it on a flat strop, and I just needed this to get from the quarter round back, and that's what it originally came from. But it will work on all these kind of different shaped knives from the normal. Again, ceramic rods, you can get them different lengths. I think this one was I guess a 3-inch that I just got in a piece of a old walrus tooth there. This is one of the Gerber extendable kind. But there's different lengths, different brands of these you can get. You can find them all, you know, you can find anything online nowadays. Just get goofing around on Amazon and try to find something, or you can find these guys at different sporting goods stores has them and all that, as well as you can get some diamond things that have kind of a radius on them at the Home Depot as well. So But that would be the 3 things that I would want to keep if I were trying to maintain one of these reverse edge guys like this. But anyway, I appreciate the support, y'all. I had got questions about restocking stuff on the website, which is bushcraftcoastal.com. I work full-time, like I have a full-time job, so when I get to making bits and bobs, I have to not have other stuff to do. So please bear with me. And a lot of the things that I want, I got 105,000 followers on Instagram, so it doesn't take long. If I make 10 items, you know, they're all handmade, and I say, hey, I got 10 of these things for sale. Like it, most of the time, I'm pretty lucky, and they sell out pretty fast. So I do the best I can trying to keep up with, you know, stuff that people ask for. Bastard! But I will make some more stuff soon. I'll make bits and pieces as I go, and like I said, it just sells out fast. But you can check out all the older stuff, including this, Knives of the Month, at Bushcraft Coastal over on Instagram. Again, I appreciate the support. Later.